Night heartbreak. For the Knicks, it came in Boston. And while that was not happening, the Nets coughed up a chance against Minnesota. Less than 24 hours later, NBA Life gives both teams a chance at something better. Next. We are live at the world's most famous arena, and the New York Knicks are presented by Chase as they get set to take on their rival for the first time this regular season, the New Jersey Nets. Both teams with very similar records. The Knicks back home after losing another one of those last-minute NBA games in Boston. Good evening, everybody. I'm Al Troutwick for the Knicks. The losses came early, and now they have come often. Question is, who's going to lead them out of the doldrums, which, by the way, could end tonight against New Jersey? Here's Amari Stoudemire's tweet from earlier today. It's definitely something that could get the team going in the right direction. Tyson Chandler, too, has told his team they've got to man up. Say this about the Knicks. They didn't win against Chicago. They didn't win against Boston, but they definitely were ready to play. Tonight, they experienced something for the very first time together. We'll see how much in shape they are. 3 games in 3 nights. We go to Mike Breen and a glorious-looking Walt Clyde Frazier.
Al, thanks, and good evening, everyone. With 2/3 of the season to go, saying that a game is a must-win is really silly. But this one is as close as it gets, as the Knicks right now certainly aware that they are reeling. 2-11 in their last 13 games. And even though they've been playing better recently, moral victories do not count. And the Knicks say despite that, they're staying together. And Mike D'Antoni, about an hour ago, said they will stick together.
We are who we are. We got to get better. And panicking is not going to help. I mean, I'll run out here with my hair on fire. That's not going to help me. We still got to play the game and win. So, you know, I might be panicking inside, but it's not. I still believe in our guys, and I think they're going to do. I mean, it's great going into practice and seeing what they want to do and how they want to do it. Even last night after the game, they know they blew a couple opportunities. It just didn't work out. But they're not panicking, and there's no reason to panic in the sense of that's not going to get it done. What's happened. We're going to look forward, and tonight's going to be the first great night that we're going to go forward.
Well, certainly when teams underachieve the way the Knicks have underachieved in a pressure situation here in New York, often, Clyde, it results in finger pointing. The good news is we have not seen any of that. But the Knicks need now to start getting wins, starting tonight and getting a lot of them.
Yeah, because what happens, folks, the old negativity, is the glass half full or is it half empty? Positivity over negativity, especially going down the stretch. They played well enough in the last 2 games to win those games, did not prevail, but it also, to me, shows that they seem to play up and down to the competition. So having the Nets in here tonight, if they play the way they played the last 2 games, they should prevail.
And the Nets are a team that have been decimated by injuries, but they've actually had some pretty good victories recently, winning in Philadelphia, winning in Cleveland, and of course they have one of the best point guards in the NBA. When Darren Williams is on his game on any given night, he can beat a team almost single-handedly.
Right, and I think he's one of the best in the game. They've seen Rose, they saw Rondo, and now maybe the best of them all, Darren Williams, leading the team in scoring and dishing. But he presents a problem because he's strong, he's agile, he's quick, he can go inside, he can play the perimeter shot, he has the 3-ball in his weaponry, he can also can his free throws, and right here, this epitomizes what he can do with the steals. So Rose, like Rose, has it all, does it all, Williams, and he must be contained tonight.
Now, Williams has not a great season. He's been up and down as well, but Williams and the Nets have actually played better on the road so far this year, always putting up very strong numbers. Meanwhile, another side story here tonight. What will the crowd do with Chris Humphries? During the preseason, he was booed every time he touched the ball. Be interesting to see and hear the dynamic tonight. Knicks and Nets for the first time in the regular season in a huge game for the Knicks, once again desperate for a victory. We'll have the starting lineups, opening tip and more when we return to Madison Square Garden.
Basketball on MSG. Closed captioning is brought to you by New York Lottery. Hey, you never know. Good evening and welcome inside our MSG studios. I'm Tina Servasio. As the Knicks prepare for the Nets, you know they're going to be honing in on Anthony Morrow, the Net who had a career-high 43 points last night. He was 13 of 20, 8 of 11 from three-point range as we take a look at tonight's bucket chart brought to you by your hometown KFC, as you see where he made those 8 threes from beyond the arc. Head coach Mike D'Antoni addressing the Knicks in the pregame locker room exactly about Morrow and his three-point shooting.
They take more threes than any team in the NBA. All right, so that's one of Morrow. We're going to get on him. Make sure Darren Williams take contested threes, and we got to play. Sean Williams come in. There's a certain guys you can shut out. We got to put X's on them if we're going to win. Darren Williams will do his thing. Worry about the other guys rebounding. Don't let Humphries get off.
The Knicks will be looking to defend the three tonight against their Hudson River rivals in the New Jersey Nets. Mike Breen and Walt Clyde Frazier are standing by with the opening tip next.
Knicks and Nets set to square off at Madison Square Garden. Starting lineups are brought to you by Land Rover. And former Knick Sean Williams at one forward, and Chris Humphries, Sheldon Williams, another former Knick at center, with Anthony Morrow, as Tina just told you, off that huge game, and Darren Williams for head coach Avery Johnson. Knicks with the same lineup: Shumpert, Fields, Chandler, Stoudemire, and Carmelo Anthony, as the Knicks look to bounce back from that gut-wrenching loss to the Celtics. Carmelo Anthony, those were the numbers, but on a couple of big possessions, Anthony passed off. One time, Iman Shumpert, a wide-open shot. Another time, Landry Fields, a wide-open shot in the left corner. After the game, Carmelo Anthony did go and talk to both of those players and said to them, Clyde, hey, I'm going to get it to you the next time as well. If I'm double-teamed, don't hesitate, go up and shoot it. Don't worry about it. Just missed a shot, it's going to happen. And that's what those players, I'm sure, enjoyed hearing from one of their captains.
Right, you have to instill confidence in them, but also those players know they've got to step up a little more as well. Melo can't carry the entire team, neither can Stat. So it has to be a collective effort. So let's see if the Knicks can redeem themselves tonight.
Against a New Jersey Net team that has to be setting some kind of record by having three players named Williams in the starting lineup.
And 4 overall on the team.
Darren Williams, who's the leader of the Nets, and the Williams pack. Again, they're better on the road. They're 5-9. Sheldon Williams, who had a cup of coffee with the Knicks last year, now they're starting center with Brook Lopez out. And Sean Williams, who the Knicks really wanted to re-sign, but he got a better deal in New Jersey and wanted to get some money off last year's mild success in New York.
Well, Mike, 10 of their first 14 games for the Nets have been on the road. And, of course, they've been ravaged by injuries. Marshawn Brooks, a very promising rookie, as you see their coach there, Avery Johnson, former NBA player. 16 seasons he played.
Meanwhile, Brook Lopez, the key man who's still out, he always has huge games against the Knicks. And New Jersey, and they're playing better. They're 5-5 in their last 10 games. Both teams played last night. Nets losing to the Timberwolves, and the Knicks again that lost to the Celtics. So for New York, this is their third game of the back-to-back-to-back stretch. Their only one of the year. Shumpert flips it up, won't go. Chandler another offensive rebound and put back. Chandler had a strong game individually last night. A 20-point, 11-rebound, 4-steal game. But Chandler would give all those points and rebounds back for a victory. And as the Knicks now 7 games under 500. Williams, a little shake and bake, pretty move, and gets it to go. Shumpert, you mentioned this, Clyde. You talk about 3 point guards in a row. When you go Derrick Rose, Rajon Rondo, and Darren Williams, that is not an easy scenario. Shot blocked as Fields tried to get inside. And Sean Williams, the three-pointer. That one way off the mark. Chandler the rebound.
The last game, previous game, Williams did not play. He was suffering with the flu. So starting tonight, always when you play against a former team, a little more inspiration.
Nice pass. Chandler misses the jam.
And they missed the foul. Officials didn't see the foul.
And Humphries fouled down the other end. Chandler looking at the young referee, Carl Lane, and asking him why he didn't blow the whistle. Let's take a look at the play.
Thought it was a missed dunk and a missed foul. Well, maybe he didn't hit him like there. So the Nets come right back. Humphries, much hated in this arena, at the line to shoot two.
And Humphries, here it comes. Hearing the boos as he misses the free throw. We saw that in the preseason. He hears it on the road. He gets cheered at home.
And it really is. It's an amazing thing that goes on, all because of his marriage to Kim Kardashian and his role on that reality show.
He's putting up good numbers, 13, 10, and 1.
Anthony to Fields. Fields, as we've been talking, his play has gotten better. Knicks have had some positives as Chandler gets it, goes right back up, lays it in, and a foul. Now, we've seen this in a couple of games recently, Clyde. Knicks really looking to get it to Chandler early.
Especially against this team without a bona fide center. Chandler should dominate. Previously, Chandler missed the dunk, would not be denied this time, and he has one coming.
Chandler's 20-point game last night was his third of the year. He had 4 the entire season last year. And again, these are some of the positives we've seen. Chandler's play, Fields improving, Amari Stoudemire seeing to play better. But it all has to start resulting in victories. As we mentioned, 7 games under 500. Knicks have a lot of ground to make up. They lead by 2 here in the opening minutes. The Bulls aren't as bad as they were in the preseason for Humphries as Williams kicks it out. There's Morrow. Extra pass. Williams again. Sean Williams, that is. The New Jersey Nets, as you heard Mike D'Antoni in his pregame speech, they shoot more three-pointers and have made more three-pointers than any team in the league. Chandler again down low, taken away by Humphries.
Yeah, the Nets 9 of 25 on the season from downtown. Humphries 20 feet away now, 15 feet away misfires.
And Chandler gets another rebound. Now they take the most free throws, but they're 11th in percentage. Turnover.
Shumpert telegraphing, Williams dancing. Shumpert going for the steal.
Darren Williams has a lot of flash
and dash.
Humphries once again. Williams sets himself, puts up the 3, and knocks that one down. Knicks are not a good defensive team in terms of the three-pointer. They've been burned on the 3 all season long. Teams are shooting almost 40% against them.
And the same against the Nets. The Nets allowing the opposition to shoot 40% against them.
They're the 2 worst teams at defending the 3. Anthony, this is a contested shot.
Williams is a good defender, Sean, that is.
And there's Morrow. Morrow knocks it down. He had 42 last night. He points to Clyde Frazier as he runs up the floor. 9-0 run. The Knicks are down 7.
The rambling wreck from Georgia Tech.
Fields on the drive. Scoop layup. What a different player we've seen the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, energized, zest and finesse with the finger rolls.
And you know, Clyde, when Stoudemire the other day, nice feed inside. As Humphries gets fouled. Let's go back to one play with Darren Williams on that turnover.
Does he step out of bounds?
1.
Not only once, twice. The official right there, mesmerized.
How do you miss that? And he had a great view right in front.
And then Williams was the beneficiary of his own steal, able to can a 3-ball.
Well, like we've seen some very uneven play from the players in the way this season has gone. We've seen uneven officiating as well. They didn't get their preseason as well with all the games. And the Nets back up by 14. This particular official, Carl Lane, that one, he's a rookie ref. Fields aggressive, lost the ball. Stoudemire didn't see it, now finds it. Anthony on the drive, goes to the basket, blocked by Humphries. Terrific defensive play. And Williams steps back, puts up another 3 and nails it. And the Knicks find themselves down by 10 already.
And you see the 3s are not an aberration, as Mike just alluded to. It's a part of their repertoire now.
But this is what Amari Stoudemire, when he was talking about the other day, in that you read the scouting report, you know this is what the team does. Make them put it on the floor. They've had open, wide open three-point looks. Stoudemire, that's a 4 shot, but it goes in. And this is what's been so frustrating for the coaching staff and the players. And we even heard Mike D'Antoni say to the team, they shoot more 3s than anybody. Shumpert pokes it away. Now Williams is one of those players where you get out on him and he'll blow past you. You see Carmelo Anthony's been flexing that left wrist that he had sprained.
We saw Humphries though. Rejected.
That was a heck of a play from Humphries. Williams comes off the screen, misses that. Chandler already with 4 rebounds.
Averaging 10 on the season among the leaders.
Stoudemire, quick catch and shoot. There you go, Anthony right there. Put back. Knicks here at home, 4-7. As Williams tries again, not that time. Fields tracks down the rebound. Anthony stripped and a foul call. So the Knicks take it out of bounds as Anthony trying to pass it inside to Chandler. Sean Williams is first.
So you see the Knicks game plan, get the ball inside with the pick and roll. Utilize Chandler's ability to huff and stuff. So now they have it adjacent to their bench.
See Keith Bogan's checking in. Bogans, they just signed him. This is his 3rd game with New Jersey. Bogan's a good defensive player. Last year was a starter every game for the Chicago Bulls. Nice move from Shumpert. Pass to Chandler, but he didn't expect it. And deflected out.
Chandler doesn't have the hands for that type of play. The bang-bang type of pass.
Chandler just said to Shumpert, throw that pass up high.
Not the bullet pass that he received. Shumpert overzealous now on Williams, so he's charged with the foul.
First foul on Shumpert. 3rd team foul.
Team's 3rd.
Crowd just settling in. They were during the national anthem. They were chanting, "Let's go Giants" already for the big game tomorrow.
Help middle! Help middle!
Bogans.
Help middle!
Williams the fake. Shumpert goes for the fake, kicks it out. Morrow fires away. That won't go. And Chandler yet another rebound.
Nets cooled off from downtown.
Anthony puts in a 3. That's a good 3-pointer in rhythm. And the Knicks have gone on a 7-0 run. Avery Johnson wants a timeout. Avery Johnson in his 2nd year as head coach. Seen his team jump out to a quick start, but the Knicks coming back.
Yeah, Chandler bounding and astounding, controlling the glass. Melo previously rejected on his dunk. Right on the elbow with the switch this time. Nets talk it over.
Voted the most disliked player in the NBA. Again, it all stems from the reality show with the Kardashians. And it's something that I'm befuddled by the whole thing.
Why they take it out on him?
As Morrow knocks it down. What's that?
Why did the fans take it out on Humphries?
Yeah, to me, he's the sympathetic figure in it. Fields looking for Anthony. Bogans is a good defender. Stoudemire spins, goes up underneath. Shot blocked by Humphries, but a foul. Well, who better to get an explanation on this whole Humphries dynamic than our Joe Martin? Jill?
You know, it's funny, after the preseason game and he really got booed, then everyone was asking me, why is he getting booed? And I think it's because when you watch this reality show, the way it's edited, he does come off as inconsiderate and rude. But when you speak to everyone in the Nets organization, they say he's just a pleasure to work with. But you see Lamar Odom, he's doing a reality show with her sister, and nobody boos him. And I just think it's because we don't have a body of work. We don't know Chris well enough, and through the editing, it's not done right where we get to learn about him. So that's why I think he's booed, Mike and Clyde.
So in many ways, it's unfair the way they've edited.
I feel sorry for him. I mean, I think everybody says he's such a nice guy and he treats everyone fairly, and I think the way it's edited and when you watch it, you see why people would boo him.
Clyde, your thoughts?
Well, I haven't watched the show, so I don't know if what Jill is saying is true, but yeah, it's unfortunate for him.
He's a good player. As Morrow puts up a 3, well, they just launched 3s, more so than the Knicks. And as the Knicks trail by 3. Well, thank you, Jill. And an offensive foul call on Stoudemire. Humphries has done an excellent job defensively here in this first period. And that's 2 on Stoudemire.
Trying to post up too zealously.
Well, that's the right call. So Stoudemire's going to have to sit down. Jared Jeffries is in. Jeffries played very well last night defensively, very active. But again, we talk about individuals had decent games. Knicks coming away with perhaps the most heartbreaking loss of the season. Ball batted away, still loose, picked up by Williams. Finding inside Sheldon Williams, goes in, that's no good. Humphries right there for the rebound, blocked but fouled by Chandler.
We mentioned Humphries' rebounding prowess. He's among the leaders with 10 per game. Good job that time to draw the foul.
So you look at Humphries, he's 27. This is his 8th year in the league. He bounced around early. His first couple of years with the Jazz, and 3 years with Toronto. Played his college ball at Minnesota. Briefly with Dallas, and now in his 3rd year with the New Jersey Nets. Last year, 5th in the NBA in rebounding. And a good, solid, if you will, quiet NBA career. And now all of a sudden, he's like one of the most famous players in all of professional sports because of that show.
Which was a blessing and obviously a curse for him.
Yeah. We really haven't heard from him since the whole thing. He's just going about his business. He says the booze can get him motivated, that he likes it. On the road, it gets him all fired up. He's fired up. He's playing well there in the first quarter. As I said in the preseason, Shumpert in and out. Chandler the offensive rebound. I can't believe we're actually talking about this during an NBA game. As a foul's called on Bogans.
The way it is today, Mike.
Don't you dare do a reality show.
No, I'm too private for it. Not every day I would want to be.
Stick with the Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter is enough for me, so I'm happy with the Twitter.
Keeping up with Clyde. Well, Anthony misses. Do something in St. Croix when you're there.
Yeah, that might work.
No. See, already you've been there. Knicks down by 4, 3.5 left here in the first, and Shumpert called for his 2nd foul.
And now he'll have to take a seat. And again, Mike, look who's coming in.
Jeremy Lin, and you're a pretty big ovation. We saw last night in Boston, Jeremy Lin was the first point guard off the bench, played in the first half. Tony Douglas sat. But in the second half, Mike D'Antoni went with Tony Douglas, and Lin did not play. Tony Douglas he's a better defender and he's a better scorer. He's a better player, but he is in such a shooting slump right now that Mike D'Antoni hoping to get Lin, who does a pretty good job of penetration and getting in the paint.
Yeah, I think that's why he's out there, man. He does to attack the basket, but he has to be more under control. He gets in there a lot of times, he's out of control, but at least he makes some things happen in the paint.
And you know, Clyde, we've talked about this with Tony Douglas. He is working so hard to get his shot on track. He was the first Knick out here working today. We've seen that time and time again, day after day. As Fields flips it up, that won't go. Fight for the rebound, still loose, and the Nets have it. I just wonder how much the shoulder and the offseason surgery had to do with it. He's such a better shooter than he's shown this year. But Lin getting an opportunity. Fields on Darren Williams, backdoor to Bogans, and an easy layup.
Williams averaging 8 a game, same as his number.
Under 3 minutes remaining. And the other Williams, Jordan Williams, is out there. So we've seen all 4 Williams playing right now. Bogans deflects it. Shot clock is down to 7. We'll have that under 3 minute timeout. 2:44 remaining first quarter. Lin in the game. Knicks down by 8. On MSG Network at 10 a.m. Bob Papa hosts the Super Bowl edition of Giants Online, followed by an all-new Chronicles. Then at 11 a.m. go to Indianapolis for a special 90-minute edition of Giants Opening Drive Live. Perfect way to get you ready for the big game tomorrow morning on MSG Network. So there's as much Giant gear in the stands here tonight as Knick here. Everybody getting all fired up. Of course, there were a lot of Patriots gears, more Patriots gear than Celtics gear last night in Boston, Clyde.
Yeah. Time you hit it, well, I went through the airport. I couldn't believe it. It was everywhere.
How do they know that they're on TV? Somebody text them that quickly, you're on TV? Stand up and wave? Sometimes it's because they're on the big screen, but that wasn't the case. Jordan Farmar checks in. Farmar, Bogans, Darren Williams.
Oh,
Ball knocked away. Bad pass, and Farmar throws it down. It's back to 10.
cross-court passes. We always allude to those cross-court passes. Very dangerous.
With the various problems the Knicks have had, passing is right up there. Knicks have been a poor passing team, 29th in turnovers. Lynn really turns that one over. Shot clock down to 7 already. Nets haven't turned it over yet. Fields pull-up jumper. Gets it to go. Jeffries wisely took his hand away. Jeffries deflects it out of bounds. Jordan Williams, the rookie from Maryland. Now they won't let him take it out. He goes up the floor. Farmar, the former Laker, on his second year with New Jersey.
2 minutes.
Farmar inside, nice feed. Jordan Williams misses the foul. It's going to go against, I believe, Jeremy Lin.
Dazzling passing that time. Watch Williams is going to try to exploit Lynn. So he's isolating. So the Knicks have to help. There's the double. A nice outside and then inside pass. And there the other Williams is at the line to shoot.
My mistake, not Lynn. Chandler. So Chandler has 2 fouls. Stoudemire and Shumpert all with 2. Ronaldo Bachman in. So Knicks in some foul difficulty early.
And again, the Knicks relying on some bench players to step up. The bench has been very inept.
But you look at this, the team out there right now. Second free throw, no good. And Lynn comes down with it. What did you think of Lynn's first half performance last night, Clyde?
Yeah, I liked it. He's going to attack the paint. He gets inside. He gets rebounds as well, coming up with that one. So he has a good knack for the game, but he has to finish more once he gets inside. Draw some fouls or make a basket.
Fields spots up for 3. That won't go. And rebound, Jordan Williams.
So D. Williams now playing the shooting guard. Farmar the point guard.
Wide open Sean Williams and another wide open 3. Knicks are down 12. Yeah, this is just a brutal start on a game that's so important for the Knicks. Anthony on the pull-up. That won't go. Jordan Williams a rebound. Knicks hearing boos in the first quarter tonight. Darren Williams wants to spread out. Jeremy Lin doesn't stand a chance. Does a pretty good job there. Puts a hand in his face, and Bachman made him settle for a jump shot. Take back, didn't stand a chance. He defended him well. Anthony on the drive, kicks it out, and a foul on the pass. So for New Jersey, their 15th foul, and Anthony will go to the line.
New Jersey's over the limit.
Knicks have only taken 2 free throws. Check that, 3. Coming into this game, Clyde, New Jersey averaging just 92.7 points a game. They scored 30 here in the first. Knicks will continue their homestand Monday, host the Utah Jazz. Tip-off shortly after 7:30. Visit nyknicks.com. Get your tickets.
And it's the Nets who is allowing the opposition to shoot 48% from the field. League average 40% from 3. And right now, they're toasting the Knicks.
30-20 with 30 seconds to go here in the opening period. Aaron Williams looking for Farmar, comes off a screen. Farmar fires away, in and out. Rebound Jeffries. Knicks will hold it for the final shot. Anthony drives, leans in, double clutches, shot won't go. Tipped out of bounds, and that will end the first period. And a bad one for the Knicks. As New Jersey Nets put 30 points up on the board. Knicks hearing some boos. Darren Williams has 10 points to lead New Jersey. First quarter complete here at Madison Square Garden. Knicks playing in their third game of a back-to-back-to-back. And a rough start. They're down by 10 after one. 30-20, New Jersey. Well, they like to fire up the threes, and they were effective, Clyde.
Yep, 3 balls painting them. And watch the ball movement. Williams' elbow. See, they're uncontested as well. Not a good job by the Knicks getting out contesting. 5 of 10 from downtown for the Nets. Again, Williams dancing and prancing with the switch. So you can see it making it look very easily. And plus the Knicks forced no turnovers against this team tonight. Not applying any pressure defense.
Not a single one. There you see. Again, they're number 1 in the NBA in three-point field goals made. Number 11 in percentage. They had a 20 game where they knocked in 23s. That was at Denver. And now to start the second quarter, Knicks have Tony Douglas, Billy Walker, Jared Jeffries, Amari Stoudemire, and Jeremy Lin. So Lin and Douglas in the backcourt.
See if the bench can provide some productivity out here.
Sunday out of Gaines, the former Archbishop Malloy star out there for New Jersey. Farmar, and Williams easily gets in for another layup. Knicks down again by 12. Jeremy Lin drives and finishes. Nice play from Lin. Here's the strip, and Lin throws it ahead to Tony Douglas. Up for the layup, banks it in. There's a little spark you talked about, Clyde.
Yeah, Lin provided impetus. Souping and hooping. This time the good hands and stealing a lob to Tony.
That's the first turnover for the Nets. Didn't have a single turnover in that first period. The Knicks had 5.
Crowd back in the game now. More positive response to the heroes.
Farmar pulls up for the jumper, way short. It's amazing how little we've seen the Knicks be able to run. And not really a staple as Tony Douglas rushed that shot. Jeffries, nice feed to Stoudemire, and Stoudemire lays it in. 6 straight points by the Knicks. Farmar quickly, and Williams fouled by Billy Walker. Here you look at this lineup, Clyde. Douglas, Lin, Walker, Jeffries, Stoudemire. Just guys that aren't on the floor very often together.
And they're not communicating. There's a good hands by Lin. The strip, Douglas, the recipient. But then Williams has been able to get inside. Previously in an uncontested layup. This time he's fouled in transition. So he's shooting 2.
Our 10:50 ESPN radio fast break as Williams at the free throw line again. How much does that come into play, Clyde, when, you know, obviously Mike D'Antoni trying to find sparks here and there. You're on the floor with guys that you're not on the floor that very often.
Right, well, that's why the miscommunication is happening. Because once in transition, guys are not saying, pick up my man, I got your man. And the guys are coming open, uncontested.
Jeffries off the mark.
Again, let's see if they can respond this time. Right now they're together. That was a good job in transition.
See Anthony Morrow back in with Sean Williams, Gaines, Farmar, and Jordan Williams.
Murray doing a mismatch.
Morrow drives on Billy Walker. Inside, offensive foul. Jared Jeffries, who is amongst the NBA leaders in drawing offensive charges.
Roger Williams is going to charge right over Jeff. Jeff's holding his ground. Good defensive play.
Now you saw he was in. His feet were in the restricted area, but because Jordan Williams got the pass in the lower defensive box, the restricted area is negated. Nice feed inside, Lin to Jeffries. And the Knicks back within 5.
And a little point guard action now by Lynn.
Well, he sees the floor well as Avery Johnson calls timeout. Lynn getting once again, second consecutive game, some important first half minutes, and he's been very active.
Yeah, Lynn dishing and switching. The old pick and roll working to perfection for Jeffrey.
Against the Utah Jazz, another opportunity to text to win Knicks versus Laker tickets and a chance to walk the Chase blue carpet on February 10th at MSG. There's the Chase upcoming schedule. Home Monday in Washington, D.C. Wednesday, and then back against the Lakers in their lone visit on Friday night. Williams posting up Jeremy Lin. Good help from Stoudemire, but no rotation there. Humphries with a dunk.
But a slick pass by Williams behind the back to Humphries.
Williams, so talented, Clyde. Lynn throws to Jeffries. Jeffries trying the alley-oop.
Not the guy you want to do that with.
Yeah, plus the pass was a little askew.
Humphries inside, blocked from behind by Jeffries.
Humphries too lackadaisical going to the basket.
Walker.
The crowd, there was a little groan there. Jeffries has taken a couple of jumpers.
Again, I always say this, Clyde. The crowd is Stoudemire's jump shot. That won't go. Jeffries with a tip and a foul.
They don't appreciate in some ways the intangibles.
He's not a talented offensive player in terms of skills and jump shots and drive. He just does a lot of things to try and help you win.
Right, like this play. Right there, asserted himself with the tip. And before we saw him get a charging violation against Williams. And now the good offensive play by Jeffries. He has one coming.
If all the Knicks played as hard defensively as Jared Jeffries, the Knicks would have a better record. Gaines sits down. And completes the three-point play. Williams with 10 points, 4 assists already. Well, it's just a tough assignment on Lynn. And a defensive 3 seconds. Stoudemire the culprit, one shot technical. Anthony Morrow will go there. Morrow amongst the leaders in free throw shooting, third in the NBA. He's taken 51 free throws this year. He's missed only 3. He is a good shooter. Struggles defensively, but he does the one thing that's his strength. He does it extremely well. As Jordan Williams back in. Humphries sits down.
Not a good job by Humphries. Got his shot blocked and then allowed Jeffries to get a three-point opportunity.
Morrow looking to post up Tony Douglas. Difficult shot. And Lynn tips it. Comes up with a loose ball.
This kid is always around getting rebounds. Has about 3 now.
He just plays
I
with.
haven't seen a jumper though. I haven't seen anything off the jumper. He penetrates.
Stoudemire drives, and that's the 3rd foul on Stoudemire as he charges into Darren Williams.
Good job by Williams, tantalizing Amari. See, first of all, you should move the ball. There are 2 guys on you. Move the ball. Somebody's open. There are 2 guys on you. Nothing to think about. Move it. So good job by Williams.
We have not seen a lot of the ball movement. For example, first half last night in Boston, the ball was moving all over the place. Knicks scored 55 points in the first half. Second half, it became much more in isolation. And they only had 34 in the second half. Williams traveled.
Now the Nets losing their continuity with Williams trying to go one-on-one. Lynn doing a good job. You know, the other Knicks contested it.
That's without a few other players we didn't mention. Davian James is still out with that right foot surgery. There's your jumper, Clyde. Jeffries on the follow. Won't go. And it's still Nick Ball. We're also without Nemeto Kaur. He's got a back issue. Sean Stevenson with a right knee problem. They have just been clobbered by injuries.
Jeffries now playing with a lot of gusto, missed the dunk, but the Knicks get a second opportunity.
Billy Walker hit. Bailed out there by Sean Williams, and Walker will shoot 2. Second foul on Sean Williams.
Team second.
So Billy Walker to the line. Knicks 40% from the field, 6 for 6 from the free throw line. Walker able to hit the free throw. Brook Lopez, his broken foot. There's so much talk about when he gets healthy, will he be traded to Orlando? Dwight Howard, one of the 3 teams he has said that he would go to. One of them is New Jersey. There's talk about Howard coming and playing with Darren Williams. The Nets certainly hope they can make the trade. They feel they have a better chance, obviously, of re-signing Darren Williams, who has a player option after this year, could become a free agent. He will be sought after. That's huge for that franchise, Clyde. Moving to Brooklyn next year.
Yeah, you got to have a star player to go into the new arena.
Williams fires away. Not a good shot there. Tony Douglas the rebound. Billy Walker drives. Stripped by Darren Williams.
Farmar ahead of the field.
Back to Morrow. Blocked by Billy Walker. Beautiful rejection. Knicks have a 3-on-1. Douglas sidesteps. And a smart foul there by Darren Williams.
Not a good play by Douglas. Give the alley-oop.
Darren Williams upset. You see him calling his team together here. He was mad.
Watch Walker not quitting on the play. A nice rejection against Morrow. And then watch this, he has a man ahead of him, alley-oop it. Trying to score, good foul by Williams.
Douglas puts up a 3-pointer. Just not the right decision there. Douglas trying so hard, but the struggles continue.
Crowd letting him know as well.
Sheldon Williams in, Jordan Williams, Darren Williams. Morrow fires away. Billy Walker battling, ball loose, goes right to Morrow. Farmar fake. Farmar puts it up and knocks that one down. Farmar 8th in the NBA in 3-point percentage.
Morrow does a good job running down the missed shots.
Douglas out to Walker. Billy Walker for 3. Well, Knicks have not taken that many threes, just 6 out of their 32 field goal attempts.
As poorly as it seemed they played, they're only down 3.
Douglas trying to force Farmar. Darren Williams loses the screen, ball knocked loose out to Morrow. Shot clock winding down. Morrow's going to have to put it up and puts it in as the 24-second clock expires.
Morrow very cognizant of the time on the clock to beat it along the baseline. Douglas
Poked away by Sheldon Williams. And we'll have a timeout. Just past the midway point here in the second. Knicks have trailed by as many as 12. Right now they're down 5. Second quarter. Tomorrow's the big day, and you can kick off your day with a full morning of Super Bowl pregame coverage on MSG Network. 10 a.m. Bob Papa hosting the Super Bowl edition of Giants Online. That's followed by an all-new Chronicles. Then at 11. We go to Indianapolis for a special 90-minute edition of Giants Opening Drive Live. Gear up for the big game tomorrow morning on MSG Network. Meanwhile, for the second straight game, Jeremy Lin, the first point guard off the bench.
Yeah, swooping, hooping this time along the baseline. Watch the good strip right there, the good hands. Douglas, the recipient, the good steal by Lin. And right here, pick and roll nicely. Uncontested shot.
So the 23-year-old Lin is Harvard's all-time career leader in games played. Grew up in the Bay Area. Had that little stint last year, 29 games with the Golden State Warriors. Played a bunch in the D-League. He's played very well when he's down in the D-League. Had that triple-double in the D-League earlier this year. Getting a real opportunity right now. Very important minutes for a Knick team that's desperate for a win. And Lin lost the ball. Farmar goes right at him. Sidestep blocked by Lin, but a foul.
I thought he traveled. They let you get away with that little extra step these days. Farmer initially stole the ball and then now at the line looking to capitalize.
Lynn telling the referee to look up at the big screen and look at the replay. So Farmer will shoot. Take a look at the play.
Watch Farmer's feet though, folks. Watch this. Oh, that was close.
Looks like he may have blocked it clean. Farmer hits a pair. Under 5.5 remaining. Carmelo Anthony back in, drives on Bogan's, got away with a little push, shot won't go. Sheldon Williams the rebound. Anthony just 2 of 8 tonight. Anthony, that left wrist heavily taped again. I don't think he started the game with that. I think they taped it up after he saw he was flexing it a bit. And an offensive foul call on Sheldon Williams. You see that black tape? I'm told that he did have it to start. And once again, trying to play a little 2-man game. Banks it in. Nice play with Chandler and Jeremy Lin. 4 points, 3 assists, 2 rebounds. Nick Bench, which has struggled this year, has done a solid job. Farmar left open and can't connect. Rebound tip by Anthony to Shumpert. Entry pass goes to Anthony. Nice bounce pass from Billy Walker. Knicks within 3. And Williams puts his head down, and Lin forces a jump ball. The fine play of Jeremy Lin continues.
Take a look at his D. Get it in front of Williams. All ball to force a jump ball scenario. Ill-advised attempt at a steal, allowing Melo to show his stuff.
Lin, he has an aggressive way of playing at both ends of the floor. That's not to say he doesn't make mistakes, but at least they're
positive mistakes, trying to do the right thing. Right now, energizing this team. So I'm sure he must do. He's doing this in practice, and that's why the coaches rewarded him with playing time.
Yep.
And what he does in practice.
Let's get it on.
Farmar spins. Bogans on the drive. Offensive foul. Bogans goes crashing into Billy Walker. Avery Johnson pointing. He was in the restricted area. I think they're going to change the call. They are going to change the call.
Hill was there. This is Hill.
Mike D'Antoni wanted to see up there.
Defensive player was in the restricted area in the circle.
Well, if one official sees it in the restricted area, it's the right call to overrule.
This is Hill right there. You see half his foot.
There you can see. Even if the heel is up and not touching, but it's over the line, it would still be considered in the restricted area.
So good drive by Bogans. Nice hang time to draw that foul in the finish.
Knicks down 6 again, under 4 to play.
See, Lynn should look for the jumper now. They're respecting his ability to penetrate, so they're falling off of him. So you know, he's only put up 1 perimeter shot. That's the thing about this game, folks. They learn your game, and that's why guys are not effective after a while. Teams figure out what you like to do.
Anthony not even close. He's 3 of 10 tonight.
No reason to rush that shot.
Mismatch there. Jordan Williams against Shumpert. Nice up and under move. Sheldon Williams can't finish. Falls down and calls timeout.
Good job by Shelton not getting the goaltend. So when the ball was on the rim, he waited. Then he came up with the rebound and had the presence of mind to call the timeout.
The Knicks were claiming that the initial offensive board by Sheldon Williams, it was still on the rim. But it was close to falling off.
It looked like he had good strength not to touch it. It was a slick move by Williams. And looked like,
Wait,
looked like he tried to tap it in right
he
there.
did touch it.
Yeah,
he did touch it. Now the ball was coming off, but it's still on the cylinder.
Should have been goal.
That should have been interference, offensive interference. So the inbound with 3:27 remaining. The Knicks will be home again on Monday night. Utah Jazz have been one of the surprises. They played well. Live coverage gets underway. Visa Knicks game night at 7. Tip-off shortly after 7:30 on MSG Network. Jazz very good at home. They've struggled on the road. Sheldon Williams played briefly with the Knicks last year, as did Sean Williams. Nice extra pass. Jordan Williams can't finish. Sheldon Williams another rebound. Hogan's left open. That won't go. And a loose ball foul on Carmelo Anthony.
Sheldon Williams did a good job in there, asserting himself. Non-shooting foul. So the Nets have it adjacent to their bench.
4th team foul. Anthony has 1.
This kid Williams showing some good stuff in there, but can't finish.
He had a very good season last year in college. Only played 2 years in Maryland, but very good sophomore year. 2nd round pick too, Clyde. Ball knocked away by Shumpert. Farmar drives and won't go. Another offensive rebound. Taken away by Chandler. Here comes Shumpert to Lynn. Lynn flips it up and puts it in. Jeremy Lin once again. 6 points in 13 minutes off the bench.
That seems to be his game right there, folks. Transition, getting to the hoop.
Open 3 from Bogans. Air ball. Jeffries the rebound. Jeffries' dangerous pass. Broken up by Farmar. Stolen by Chandler. Chandler looking and gets it to Shumpert. Great hustle.
Shumpert, he's open.
Inside, Chandler for the finish. That was fitting. He's the one that able to get the ball back. And the Knicks are within 2.
The Knicks finally got some continuity now.
And the crowd back into it after booing in the first period.
2 minutes.
Boy, credit the bench with helping turn things around. Jeremy Lin, a big part of it.
He's also silenced Williams. Williams hasn't scored on him.
Williams gets inside. And 24-second violation. Jeremy Lin is fired up, and he has this crowd fired up.
Williams has one nemesis, this turnover. He's averaging almost 5 a game. This time too much dribbling. But Lin, folks, he has been a surprise of the first half. Swoops and hoops again. And then Chandler hustling on the floor, able to come up with this slam as well. Knicks energized.
Part of it is Mark Teixeira enjoying. Mark's going to be part of the Delta halftime report. He'll talk with Jill Martin on Celebrity Row, plus Lincoln MSG 150 highlights and first half highlights. Mark with his son sitting courtside. I've got a question for you. Would you like to play for the Mets? There's Lynn. Just active and aggressive. Alley-oop to Chandler. Oh, beautiful pass from Lynn. And Jeremy Lin continues to excite this crowd.
Yeah, he's figured it out the first half. Definitely got it going on with his dishing and swishing.
And the Knicks have come back to tie the game with 1:15 left here in the second.
And we haven't heard anything from Melo or Stats. It's been the other Knicks taking over now.
Jordan Williams off the mark. Lin another rebound. He's all over the place.
He's got to look for that jumper now. They're going to take away that penetration.
Anthony doubled, gets it inside to Jeffries, and threw it away.
He was wide open.
Boy, this was a beautiful pass.
It was. Good ESP with Chandler and Lynn.
Chandler 4 of 5 from the field. He comes in shooting 71% from the field. 9 points, 7 rebounds, couple of assists.
The tallest Nick is Chandler at 7'1" with the sweet stuff.
Sean Williams back in. Sheldon Williams. 4 Williamses are in and Morrow. Sean Williams to Sheldon Williams and a 3-second violation.
Swarming Nick G causing that turnover. We saw that previously against Williams, Darren Williams. Too much dribbling, so the Knicks have tightened up their D, forcing turnovers. The offense is rolling. They will bring it up.
They had no turnovers in the first, 6 in the second. I can't ever remember calling a game where there were 4 players with the same name on one team. Anthony out to Lynn. Lynn on the drive, spins, puts up the jumper, in and out. Ball knocked loose. Sheldon Williams to Darren Williams.
Yeah, he's going to have to get that jumper going now. Darren can't elude.
Inside to Jordan Williams. Nice reverse.
Yeah, this kid is ambidextrous. That time swooping with the left hand.
Anthony brings the ball up. Shot clock turned off. Anthony saying clear it out. Makes his drive. Kicks it out. Lynn. Extra pass. Landry Fields for 3. Line drive short. And that will end the first half. The half that really, for the Knicks fans, became the Jeremy Lin show. 6 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds, a steal, and just 1 turnover. And more importantly, he ignited the team and the crowd.
Illuminating what the Knicks have been saying. They need a point guard. The point guard play has to improve. They're getting it here, at least in the first half, from Lynn.
Marine scoring leaders, Darren Williams started off hot, had all 10 points in that first. Anthony Morrow at 8, as they scored 30 in the first period, just 18 in the second. There's the Knicks scoring, balanced scoring. Anthony didn't shoot well, but had 9. And we're at halftime in a wild first half here at Madison Square Garden. Knicks trailing by 2. Ball is presented by Chase as we get set to start the third quarter. Knicks trailing the Nets 48-46. Al Trotwick just a couple of minutes ago spoke with assistant coach Kenny Atkinson.
Okay, Mike, so coach, is this the kind of Jeremy Lin you see in practice, or is this even a higher level than that?
Hey, Al, he's one of the hardest. He's probably our hardest worker right now. I mean, the guy is unbelievable how hard he works. So it's good to see that, his work's paying off.
What about the starters? Are they tired in this 3 games in 3 days serious situation or not?
Oh, yeah, there's no doubt about it. But, Mike did a good job of getting our bench in. And, our bench didn't play well the past 2 games. So it's good to see them come in and give a good effort.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thanks, Al.
Kenny Atkinson, back to you, Mike.
All right, Al. Much needed.